Hey 4xe fans, wanted to catch you up on a little bit of a trend that we're seeing in the 4xe community and hopefully explain what I think is going on. There have been a lot of people that have said that they've gotten the 95B recall taken care of and then their vehicle goes into form. And that could be happening. I'm not discounting that could be happening. And for the life of me, I don't know what's in that update that could be causing that. I've read this enough that I'm not discounting people that are saying that the recall software somehow caused their form. I'm not discounting that completely, but I have a little bit of a theory of what I think is really going on. If you are in that process of the before getting the recall done, of course, we're not supposed to be charging the vehicle. And everybody that I've talked to have said, no, they were not charging. So you're driving your vehicle every day in the cold, of course. This recall hit at the absolute worst time of the year because it forced everybody into driving their 4xe in hybrid mode. And day-to-day use, that can be problematic and can cause the system to go into fuel oil refresh mode because you're getting all those short engine runs during that time. Now, you might not realize that the vehicle is in form at that point because you're basically driving on the gas engine every day. You're not going to notice that the system has been locked out from going into electric mode if you're not charging. And if you don't scroll down through the screens, if you use your left hand on the up and down arrows to go through the screens on the the center cluster of your dashboard, there's it says messages is on screen 9. If you don't have the advanced safety group, yours might be on screen 8 because like screen screen 4 is for the adaptive cruise control. So if you don't have the advanced safety group, every screen from there on down is up one because it'll skip the driver assist screen on screen 4. So like your energy and your economy might be on screen 4 where mine's on screen 5, and your hybrid information might be on screen 5 where mine's on screen 6. So if you don't actively scroll down through there to screen 8 or 9, depending on the model of yours, and see the messages that are stored there, you might not realize that the vehicle is actually in fuel oil refresh mode because the engine's running every day. And if you're not looking at that, you're not going to know that it's in form until that first time after the recall when you go home and plug it in and try to get electric miles out of it and it says, you're in fuel oil refresh mode. That is what I think is more likely happening. But I would love to hear in the comments below if your experience is different in that. If you were not in form and you were charging the whole time when we weren't supposed to be charging, and it went into form after you had the recall work, I'd be really curious to hear from you if that has been your experience. But if you weren't, I'm thinking most people weren't charging. It was cold out, which exacerbates the fuel oil refresh mode software algorithm because of the excess fuel that's in there and not getting burned off and temperatures not getting high enough and all that stuff. So if there's anybody watching this who was charging the whole time but still went into form after the recall work, I'd like to hear from you in the comments below. But what I'm thinking is going on is the latter, is that people weren't charging, driving it every day, having all those short engine runs that were happening, like if you stop at a stoplight or stop at a stop sign or, slow down getting off the highway, the engine shuts off and then starts back on as soon as you hit the accelerator again. Those are all adding up to all those little short engine runs that, especially during the wintertime, are going to cause an oil dilution issue that the system is going to predict for and throw you into fuel oil refresh mode. So that's what I think's happening. Let me know in the comments below if I'm completely off my rocker on that and what your experience is. And as always, thanks for watching. Take care.